This week on Supercars Talk, there's only one main game seat unaccounted for next year, while the co-driver ranks are filling up very fast also. The big news this week is that Zach Bates has been confirmed to fill the Bendix car at MSR from next year, leaving only one seat remaining to be announced, which we're all expecting it will be Aaron Cameron at Blanchard Racing Team. Having said that, there is quite a few people knocking on the door, like say Will Davison has apparently given them a call about the availability of that seat, while there is still quite a few guys in Super 2 that are on the outside looking in at the moment, going for a drive. But yeah, great news for Zach with the drive with Matt Stone Racing. It has been confirmed he will be in the Bendix car. It hasn't been confirmed yet whether they will be carrying the number 10 on that car or whether that will change. They have said that they will be running the number 4 for Jack LeBrock in what I can only imagine will be a tyre power backed car. Just reading between the lines there on that one. But yeah, Zach has done, although he's been very disappointing in Super 2 this year, it has been a disappointing campaign from the Eaglestons, but he did show what he can do when he was in 888 equipment at his solo debut there at Queensland Raceway, and then what they did in the endurance races there with Craig Lowndes. Funnily enough, he'll kind of be going into the car that tried to take him out at Queensland Raceway. But yeah, great opportunity, and once again, great to see Matt Stone Racing giving another young guy a chance. Now, with the main seats basically all accounted for, now the co-driver market has gone into overdrive. So get ready for this because, yeah, there's a lot of co-driver seats already confirmed for next year, with a lot of talk around quite a few of the other seats. But confirmations we have had this week: Tony Delberto expected to continue with DJR, so they will run with an unchanged co-driver lineup next year. Dale Wood was told he was surplus to requirements at the Groves. Expecting a double, expecting a double co-driver swap there because it's expected that Garth Tander will be moving into a full-time commentary role and stepping back from co-driver duties. They have then since announced that Tim Slade will be going to the Groves. Tim, of course, was with Matt Stone Racing this year, but he will be going to the Groves. While I expect they've probably got a very short list happening at the moment for that second seat, just waiting for that confirmation that Garth will not be available next year. David Russell and Nash Morris have been confirmed to continue at Premier Air Racing. Russell will be with Ojeda, while Morris will partner Declan Fraser there. Jackson Evans has signed with Walkinshaw Andretti United. He will be partnering Ryan Wood for an all-New Zealand lineup there, while Fabian Coulthard will be continuing with Chaz Mostert. And probably the big one, James Courtney will be at Team 18 next year. This deal was probably done quite a while ago because the photos of James with them in the workshop there, that was with the Camaro that is now sitting in the United States for the wind tunnel testing. And I think that's been gone for about 2 months. That had to go onto the container about 2 months ago to be shipped over to there. So yeah, this deal's been done quite a while. He did have Snowy River logos on his t-shirt in those photos, which I don't think that was just a happy coincidence, the only t-shirt he had that day. I think that means that the Snowy River money will be moving across from Blanchard's to the Team 18, whether it's kind of a full car thing or whether it's just on the cars. Yeah, I think we're going to see that there. But yeah, the co-driver seats are filling up very quickly. Now, there is racing this weekend, which will be the second round of the finals and the last one to get yourself a ticket to the grand final in Adelaide. it is Sandown this weekend. I will be there all weekend. Well, fingers crossed I'll be there all weekend. Bit of a smaller program this year because typically we've got Super 2 there and a really big long race there on the Sunday, which of course, although they're still advertising it as the Sandown 500, and I have had a few people mention to me, you know, not real race fans, but like, oh, are you going to be at the Sandown 500? And you're like, yes, but it's not really a Sandown 500 this year. Anyway, semantics on that one. Friday, there will be two 30-minute practice sessions in the afternoon. Then Saturday, 11:50 a.m., the two-part qualifying session leading into a top 10 shootout, and then an 81-lap race, which is half an endurance race at Sandown, 3:20 there in the afternoon. Sunday, it is the same layout of the day, just slightly different times. Yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to the racing there. I'm glad that they're slightly longer races where strategy will play a bit of a part. Yeah, not just a bang straight out sprint. It's a tough call. I'd probably would have preferred two shorter kind of races on the Saturday and then a big longer one on the Sunday. But yeah, let's see how the format goes before we complain about it too much. Now, for the form guide for the weekend, it's a little bit hard to go off the past because it was an endurance race the last couple of years, whereas now we are back to kind of sprints. But it's Triple Eight had a 1-2 with the affiliated Premier car in third last year. Groves were fourth, and then we had the Triple Eight wildcard in fifth. So we can expect an absolute Triple Eight walkover. That means Feeney and Brown straight through to the finals in Adelaide. That leaves two more spots open. Now, out of the guys who are left, my prediction is that Chaz is going to keep his momentum from the Gold Coast and get his way through. Plus, he also has Woody as a rear gunner, who I expect to be competitive again this weekend, but he will be able to, you know, maybe he's not going to take people out, but he can play a bit of interference and things like that. The other one, then, I think Matt Payne's going to get through. Granted, they haven't always had the qualifying speed or anything, but all year they have done enough to get themselves through. They, you know, after Bathurst, they were second in the championship. They basically caught up with Feeney, and considering the year Feeney's had, you know, Matty Payne had caught up. Yeah, if there's any, like if there's a bit of weather around or, you know, something with strategy or whatever, the Groves will take advantage of that. And yeah, I fully expect Matt Payne to be the fourth guy into the finals in Adelaide. That does mean that the Tickford pair will be on the outside looking in, and Kai Allen the one not to make it through. But yeah, that's my predictions for the weekend. Down in the comments, let me know what your predictions are for the weekend. Of course, I did say I will be there all weekend. If you do see me, I don't mind, come up and say hi. Yeah, give me your feedback on the videos and things like that. Yeah, if it's really, really mean, please don't come and say it to me, because, yeah, you know, I have feelings too. But yeah, I don't mind people coming up and having a chat. Always great to chat to passionate race fans. But yeah, I'm just excited we've got racing again on the weekend, and it's going to be the second last weekend for the year. So yeah, that is a little bit sad. But, you know, all good things must come to an end. Anyway, until next time, I'm still Dave, and I'll catch you later.